Hi, Warriors. Today's Way lesson is on boundaries and healthy relationships. For the bell ringer, we're going to do an activity called Drawing Twins. Teachers, you can copy and paste the link below, and it will pull up a list of pictures, like similar to the party hat that's pictured here on this slide. You will give instructions on how to draw the image, but the students will not see what the finished product is. So for example, if I was describing the party hat, I may say, draw a circle towards the top of your page, and then draw a triangle that extends from the circle, and then draw 5 circles like polka dots on the triangle. So then as students are hearing the instructions, they'll draw on a blank piece of paper what is being described. If time allows, students can also take turns giving instructions to how to draw certain other pictures. Pause the video now and complete this activity. After completing the activity, discuss what you learned from this activity about communication and what role does communication play in relationships. Pause the video and discuss these questions as a class. You could have talked about things like perspective. For example, the person that was giving the instructions had the perspective of the full picture while the people drawing did not. Sometimes in communication, people have a certain perspective, but others are misunderstanding what that means. And so it's important that we communicate in healthy and effective ways so that everybody can be on the same page. Communication is an important part of relationships, and oftentimes people only have healthy relationships if they are able to communicate effectively. Relationships can be on a spectrum from healthy to abusive. A healthy relationship means that partners are communicating, respectful, trusting, honest, equal, enjoying personal time away from each other. There are mutual decision-making and choices, and that there are a balance of when finances come into play. A relationship may be unhealthy if a partner is not communicating, if there's disrespect, if there's not trust between partners, if there's dishonesty, when someone's trying to take control, they're only spending time together and not with other people like friends or family. Partners feel pressured into activities, and there could be unequal economic power. But a relationship can be abusive when they're communicating in a harmful or threatening way, if a partner is mistreating the other one, if the partner is accusing the other of cheating when it's not true, they're denying the actions as abusive, they're controlling, and they're isolating their partner from others. Now notice, an unhealthy relationship does not mean it is abusive, but an unhealthy relationship can become abusive. Teachers, pause the video and play the following YouTube video that talks about the difference between love and abuse. Boundaries are a dividing line that defines who you are as an individual and how you'll interact with others. Boundaries define what's me and what's not me. Boundaries communicate how we want to be treated by others, what's okay and not okay, and how close we want to get to others. Based on the video, what are boundaries that need to be in place for a healthy relationship? This could include things like being able to say no, having time for yourself, and having other healthy relationships outside of your romantic partner. When there are not enough boundaries, relationships can become codependent. Codependency can be defined as any relationship in which two people become so invested in each other that they can't function independently. Your mood, happiness, and identity are defined by the other person. In a codependent relationship, there's usually one person who is more passive and can't make decisions for themselves, and a more dominant personality who gets some reward and satisfaction from controlling the other person and making decisions about how they will live. Codependency may include the desire to fix or save people and feel needed, putting others' needs before their own. Problems with confrontation and decision-making, doing anything it takes to keep relationships afloat. Codependency can look like difficulty making decisions in a relationship, difficulty identifying your feelings, difficulties with communication, valuing the approval of others more than yourself, lacking trust in yourself and having poor self-esteem, having fears of abandonment or an obsessive need for approval, having an unhealthy dependence on relationships, even at your own cost, or having an exaggerated sense of responsibility for the actions of others. So, as we close out this lesson today, think about the important relationships in your life. Do you have healthy boundaries in place? What is one thing that you could do to improve your relationships today?